Okay, so let's get some quick business before I forget. So to let everybody know, now next weekend is Gamehole Con,
Yeah.
and I broke down, and when I knew this disaster at my work was happening, and I've taken vacation time, so I'm at the con that on Thursday onwards on that convention. I meant to make a reply. I don't know if it's still open, but by the way, there's a guy that's doing a 3-day Dragonlance tournament, 5 hours a day, to run through the original. It's updated to 5e. Don't know if there's any spaces left on that. There's Call of Cthulhu, D&D, the Ventures League of stuff, of course. Shadowrun, I signed up. I'm doing build a character, and then I got 2 games on Thursday. Like I said, there's some Call of Cthulhu, some Battletech, you name it. There's a bit of everything that's going on there. Reasonably priced. If anybody's
Liam
just
and I
looking
are
for,
playing some Adventures League stuff that weekend.
yeah, I think
The
they're
new
introducing a new one.
modules, yep, yep. 2 and 3 come out, season 10 stuff. So we're looking forward to that. It's like $5 or something for the
Mhm.
the week. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the Adventures League stuff, but like I said, I focused in because I thought, this is, I figured one guy, he's doing five, equals out to like 15 hour set altogether. I figured, what the heck, I'll
Yeah.
do that. I'm picking up a couple of the Call of Cthulhu's that I missed at Gen Con, so I can complete my trifecta if just doing everything there. And then I said I've got a couple. Mostly it's mostly miscellaneous stuff there, but like I said, if you're looking for some things different for it, and because there's an hour difference between regions, you don't have to start that early.
Oh, is it? I thought it was all EST. Is it? It's CMT.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to double
Yikes.
check when I do because I see what the effective daylight savings time is because again, I don't know if they follow it or not, because that's the fun thing of some of the regions. But it's based out of I think they're using wherever Denver is.
That's
Colorado.
mount. Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
Mountain Time, I think.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
it
same
Okay.
as Alberta.
mhm. So like I said, so there is a time difference. Okay. Another piece of news is that you've probably all heard of Tasha, the new book that's coming.
So excited.
Yep. Pumped.
Now, I will let you know that I have pre-purchased it. It's on the D&D Beyond. It finally came available uh, today or yesterday. I don't know. It was like everyone was going, well, why isn't it available for sale for that? Um, it's still not available yet for Fantasy Grounds, but like I said, when it comes out, if you haven't pre-purchased it, the physical copy, I will be sharing it. On my through the campaign so you can take a look and those functionalities when we get into fantasy ground, hopefully if there's anything of interest we can come look at your characters on that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
on D&D. What? No, Amazon Prime Day.
Hmm.
The Tasha's Cauldron pre-order was $20 off.
Yeah, that was insane. It was a
Oh,
pretty good
nice.
deal.
Yeah, so we got it for like $35 or whatever.
Cool. Well, then mine's gonna be really, yeah, so I'll get it that nice discount. Because here's the thing, if you ever order anything off of Amazon, whatever it falls to, if it falls to a cheaper price during your period, you get it at that lowest price.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I oftentimes I pay up front, but then I get something. Usually it's like, oh, you saved an additional $3. Here you go. Hands it back to me.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess. Are there like more feats and stuff, or because I'm like, how would we wouldn't be editing our current characters, no?
You can. I will with the new material. I will definitely allow people, if you wish to, edit your characters to a degree.
Hmm.
They have posted uh, you know, content page, basically you're looking at is um, ways of customizing your origin, changing skills. There is, of course, new subclass, uh, class options from that for, and optional changes that you can do. Apparently, there's some things for, though nobody's playing one, a ranger that, again, they attempt to fix the ranger for that. And, you know, the, I think they work in some of the pseudo psionics. Like for the fighter, they have the psi warrior, right? The rogue has the soul knife. Um, the sorcerer, the aberrant mind, which I'm pretty sure is one of the psionic type ones. Then there is, of course, some more spells, magic items galore, and then some stuff for the DM. And again, it also brings the artificer, the whole class being reprinted so that you don't have to have the Eberron, which is, there's things I like about the Eberron setting, but there's then things I don't. So I've never really managed to get into it. I just think it's got, the way it was designed, it's too much of a kitchen sink for me. I mean, but that was the thing where it was like, oh, everything that's possible has to be, at the time, had to be available. And to me, it was like, no, you want to have some restrictions, too many races kills things to a degree to me at times, doesn't make it that unique, and some of the things, but that's just me.
No, I mean I agree. When I heard of the Warforged, I was like, ooh, like the first time, and then looking into it, I kind of got used to it. But to me, like it's always gonna be or elves and dwarves and goblins. You know what I mean? Like that's always. So when someone starts like being like, okay, I have now an Iron Man armor, I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. Okay, I just can't make it make sense in my head, I guess.
Yeah. Like the artificer, I can see the alchemist type things, and maybe some of the
Yeah, I love the
gunsmith type,
alchemist. Yeah, yeah.
A gadget smith. I made a kobold gadget smith.
mhm.
It's a kobold inventor that got way better.
Yeah, but even to that point, like a tinkerer would make sense, like a gnomish tinkerer. The fact that they have the tinker like trait, but then they don't do anything more than little tinkers is a little lame. But so if you can make it like the guy that has like the turret and all that stuff, like the ballista. Anyways, yeah. So evolving that fine, but to go to the whole point of like a whole power armor, I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'm not a fan of that. But I mean, if someone wants to play it, I definitely like to see how it goes. But it's to me, I'm like, it's too sci-fi for my fantasy tastes, I guess.
Well,
Right. Yeah,
that's one of the
dystopian,
advantages
right?
of doing Adventure League and those one-shot type of deals, because then you can just do something for once, try it out, or be in a party with somebody with it, and you can rate how it goes. That's one of the things I like on that. Um, so anyway, just to let you know, so that will be available if nobody's ordered it, or you want to take a look to go through, just to let you know. So that drops on the 17th of next month. We'll see if I'm still alive then, if our work has not driven me
We
completely
believe
insane.
we believe in you. We believe in you.
All right. Okay, so I said, so yeah, we won't be playing next weekend, as I said, because I'll be at Gamehole Con. How does the 14th look for everybody here currently?
Good for me.
Yeah, good for me.
All
It's not the 13th.
right. True enough.
I honestly have like not much of a life, so
Mhm.
yeah, it's good to go.
I'm still looking for a new Sunday campaign or any new campaign if anyone hears of anything.
I'll let you know,
Game
my
two.
Call of Cthulhu campaign ended last weekend after almost over 2 years. We finished
Mhm.
Mass of Nyarlathotep.
Amazing.
Did you
I don't-
survive?
Yes, believe it or not, the bulk of us managed to survive. We were playing under pulp rules. Um, I did kind of though destroy an island by activating a volcano, but that's a long story.
I mean, how else are you supposed to kill a god, right? Use earth guns, volcanoes.
Yeah.
Earth guns.
So yeah, no, mind you, it's like I was joking around, is going, geez, this is like a James Bond scenario. You got all I need is a bald guy stroking a cat, you know, and we got everything, right? Cultists, rocket ship, volcano, uh, island in the middle of some Asian sea.
Sounds awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. I don't know if anybody here ever played Call of Cthulhu.
Nope.
I'd definitely like to someday. I've watched some playthroughs and stuff, but never myself played.
Well, one thing is that, and I will at some point I will run a one shot to test out. But the nice thing is that most of their scenarios are designed for one or two sessions at most, and it's more of the challenge on that. There's a couple different sets of rules. Like there is their classic rule set where you're just a normal person, and then there's the pulp rules that give you a bit more of a fighting chance to deal with things. It like doubles your hit points, gives you some ability to take some talents that can really come in handy, and lets you do some nifty things by by spending luck or making luck rolls. So to reflect more of the pulp type of versions there. Um, so it's not bad. Masks though is one of their big is a campaign. Set on multiple continents and multiple countries. So it's a lot of fathers. So they do have these things where they do have the hardcovers. They just released a new one I'm taking a look at, but I haven't really run anything for it. I've only been a player. So if I'm going to start anything, I'm going to do short, like one
Good
shot
call.
sessions
Good call. Yeah.
on that. So let me.
There'd be nothing worse than starting this giant campaign and you're like, wait, I don't actually like this in the end. Like,
Yeah, well, it does take a certain amount, and I mean, you've got to. One of the biggest things is that you have to be hip to the idea of, yeah, this is a game where maybe I should also think about what my replacement character is going to be, because your ability to survive may um, not happen. I mean, total party wipes are very common. I mean, it is supposed to replicate horror, and specifically the Lovecraftian horror.
yeah, no, I get you. I mean, it's a part people not surviving is the whole point of it. But yeah, if you're interested to run one, I'd be more interested to dip my toe in that kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, and my Traveler campaign on Thursdays. I'm a player in that. Unfortunately, that self-destructed. The game master just got tired of losing players.
I'm surprised there's like a shortage of players. I feel like everywhere I look, people are looking for DMs.
It's for the subsystems, it's a little hard, and I think it's the time Thursday, and to be frank, I think it's because we have video. Those guys that use Discord a lot and don't necessarily use video, I think that makes a huge difference in gameplay and causes a connections that you stick around. That's just
Yep.
my opinion.
I've been looking on the Discord servers to find a new campaign to play in, and all the ones that I found are audio only. It's like, I don't know you guys. I don't know who's speaking. I don't know what white
They
40-year-old I'm dealing with. Like,
they don't
you,
last. That's the thing is I've found is they don't last. It's not that bad for the one-off for the conventions, but even when I'm at the
yeah,
convention, you know what? I A lot of times I flip my camera on anyway, even if I'm one of the only people that do it.
yeah,
There just because it uh to connect the occasion. Some people do, right? Mind you, then again, I have a setup for things, right? For that, and I'm used to doing that. But like I said, as I said, my Call of Cthulhu game went. By the way, the Fantasy Grounds is open now. is it went over 2 years, and part of the thing is almost all the players made it through the entirety of the game.
Liam Gable sign in
So
fantasy grounds.
again, it was because we were using video.
Yeah, it definitely adds to it, I think, and I agree that video really makes a difference. Like with the game I run, we were talking about just doing Discord and stuff, but I think we went out with Zoom, and I think that's one of the reasons we're continuing. It's just because we can see each other laugh, and see our reactions. It's not just like listening to see if someone's reacting. You can see the reactions, which I think makes a big difference.
Totally does. Yeah, it's huge. It is too disconnected. Like when we play at conventions, like, and it's usually voice only, it's fine. Like you're never going to see these people again, but there's definitely like everybody's playing like in a silo, like there's no, figuring it out.
Yeah.
And it definitely is. It's a bit of a bummer for sure.
Besides, at this point, you'd assume most people have a webcam of some kind, and it's not. I mean, we are not all pretty people. It doesn't matter. Like, no one's gonna judge you. We just want to play games,
What you say?
We look the same in real life.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that I look at myself in the mirror every day. That's what I'm saying.
I look at myself too, and I'm completely delusional. It's fine.
Yeah, my Sunday game was Tomb of Annihilation, and the DM was just having like seeing like halos around light sources and stuff. She's having these crazy migraines, so she had to stop any
Hi guys, are we? Hello. Oops, weird.
I told you to log in. Why didn't you?
He is logged in.
You did not.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
What happened?
Hello.
I don't know. There we go. Oops. Breakout rooms. I'm trying breakout rooms.
Oh,
that means the party's gonna be split. I feel.
Hey, there we are. I'm gonna test this. Just gonna move.
Oh, because you
Thanks.
want
I
to
just want to
record
test this out.
everything at once?
Yeah, just no, just give me a second here. I want to try
Oh.
something. I'm gonna move you to side talk. He's gone. All right, good. Let me go join him. I'll be back. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
great. So yeah, we're in a side room here, in a
Oh.
breakout room. And so we can have a private conversation if necessary.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me move you back and then I'll join up again. Hey, that
Hey.
worked.
All
Yeah.
right, sweet.
So
Awesome.
this means I can take one or two of you aside and have a private conversation instead of me trying to messenger you. It's
That's
That's
awesome.
It's a function called breakout rooms. For anybody that's going to use Zoom, apparently you have to go into the website and do your settings to enable it.
Hmm.
The only reason I found out it exists is because they implemented the new encryption package and they were talking about how it disables breakout rooms. And I'm like, wait a second, breakout rooms? Tell me more.
Having been a government employee for the last 10 years, to hear the word breakout room and synergy make me very cringy to start with. So I'm happy that it's for D&D reasons and not for work reasons.
Fair enough. I mean, hey, listen, yeah, the security concerns, I can tell you this is when I was working for contractor when I was with HP, we had a contract with a government agency. They wanted us to work on something, and they said, "Okay, we want you to do this." We went, "Great. When can we look at the instructions or manual so we can figure out what we're going to be doing? You want us to do, and we can do it." And they go, "Well, we can't show you the manual. Why not? It's classified, but we all have clearance." Yeah, that's true, but we can't show you because the building you're in isn't cleared. Okay, how about we go to one of the buildings that has a clearance and a clearance room? No,
No, you don't have clearance for that. That's not how it works.
I go. Yeah, our response is, so how about we just not work on the system?
It's fair.
Good old bureaucracy. Can't beat it.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we're still missing somebody. Where's Cade?
Derek's not joining, I don't think.
Okay, it's here.
Just a sec.
Yeah, but he's not in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh.
Liam, put the phone away.
Sorry.
There we go. Give me a second here.
You know, I was toying this week with just looking at the artificer, and I was trying to figure out how to do like a alchemist medic type, just be like pure like helping others, not so much on damage. So I might have a new character. Who knows? I mean, I have 75 in the wings. That's not nothing new. But
I'm at least 80. I have at least 80.
Well, who doesn't? I mean, that's one of the things that you do and you design it. You get new stuff. I mean, mind you, I'm having things roll in now that it's kind of hilarious. As I was joking with somebody last week, I said, "Yeah, it's amazing. All the stuff I kickstarted or back that's like for a physical environment. Yeah, it's all showing up now." I currently have in transit a thing for a table topper that you could put on top of a table for like wargaming or things, just rises up above it. Yeah, of course that's being delivered right now.
you'll have to set up like a big old webcam contraption so that we can play and you can control like a war general with like a stick and a thing. What we're doing.
There's actually been a group I've seen that does that.
Or a laser pointer, like a
laser point. Yeah, that's kind of.
That's how you make cats go to war, with a laser pointer.
Oh man, no, that's cool. I think now all the corporations are kind of flipping into production mode because they can. Things are opening up, so they're all coming out.
Yeah, it's provided they can actually get shipping. I mean, the States is just a mess. Like,
when is it
on a good day? Yeah.
A little worse than usual. Let's put it this way. Most of the guys I was playing Call of Cthulhu with and Traveler, they're all Americans. One of the guys who plays Call of Cthulhu is a school teacher in Florida.
Oh gosh!
Wow.
Are they dangerous state?
Are they open right now? The schools down there?
Yes, they are, because of as the way he goes. He says, "Our idiot governor."
Wow.
He is work from home because he's been deemed to have higher risk for it. So he's there. But yeah, no, their schools are fully open.
Yeah, I remember I saw an article a couple of weeks ago about I guess it's a sheriff in Florida that's like banned his men from wearing masks and stuff because he thinks it's all a conspiracy, and if they do, then they're gonna get fired and stuff like that. Florida is like the worst of America in this small little place. Well, it's not small, but you know what I mean. It's just the worst of America in this little panhandle.
Yeah, it can be quite something else. And I mean, according to him and some other resources too, the big thing is the economic blow that Florida is going to see, because nobody, and I mean nobody, is coming. People have been selling off their property big time. Snowbirds are looking for safer travel destinations.
Yeah, I have a guy that I work with. He's moving. He had a place in Florida, and he's recently sold it or whatever, like given up the lease or whatever it was, and now he's going to Panama for like 4 months. He's like, I feel like Panama's safer than Florida right now. I was like, you're probably right. So
It's terrifying that that thought exists.
yeah, exactly.
Well, geez.
Why? Why is Panama so scary?
It's not the most
Let's say
lawful country.
no.
Mhm.
It's
So
just
it's
usually
kinda-
South America is a bit more sketchy when it comes to crime, but yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought I muted that.
Yeah, no, and I mean, let's see what's going to happen after the next Civil War gets kicked off. What is it, on the 3rd?
Oh. Oh my god.
This is why I play D&D, so I don't have to think about these things. Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to the chaos that will be in the next couple months. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. Okay, so getting back to a little more fantastical. What was it say? Oh, by the way, I haven't forgotten the summaries. I do actually have them in the work. Most of them, what I had was still in rough drafts for that. Because every time I would start and stop editing them, because it was like, again, last weekend, as I mentioned, it's like, oh, I start at 6:30 in the morning technically, and I'm supposed to end at 3. You know,
Ye-
I get a phone call from the VP at 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Pay me more.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's been. Actually, they said is I have to go back and now backdate everything so I can claim all of my time. I have a feeling my little mini vacation is well covered.
Oh yeah.
Now, if I can cover the fact that I have to get 2 new pairs of glasses, would be even better.
I'm just getting eye surgery. I'm just circumventing that whole thing.
That's unfortunately not really an option in my case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to shoot pictures when you can't see through your glasses.
Hmm.
Yep. Daddy's getting eye surgery, so his eyes are the right shape, and he can get contacts.
No contacts either. I'll just
Ah.
have built-in contacts.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're getting laser, I hope you don't have to wear contact.
Yep.
Okay, so since this is 5 years, we're going to continue. I would have liked to have done the other wait until everybody was here, but we've got enough, I think, to continue. So we'll do this. Plus, any other options aren't really uh, available. Like I'd run honestly. Uh, if I had had the time and forethought, I would run you guys through one of the original Castle Ravenloft modifieds that you can do in one night.
Mm.
And you can actually modify Carthus Strahd to do a single session type of game, or at least that because since it's Halloween, my loss. And Call of Cthulhu really is best with 3 people tops. Okay, so where we left off last is you guys basically made out quite well by vanquishing your formerly unknown foe. You know, where the attempts to trash your reputation and hurt really didn't go anywhere, and you guys really managed to come up sunny side up. To put it this way, you came out ahead. You know, and there's now there's less competition for you guys, so you're doing quite well.
That's right. Didn't we assimilate their things or whatever for payment?
Well, you did some things. You took some things. And the stories have gotten around about how colorful your place is. And something about it. There's this tortoise with this luscious
Oh my
hair.
Flowing.
Flowing locks.
An attraction for sure.
Yeah.
My God, it's so beautiful.
So luscious. Also, I just noticed your jacket. I love it. Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Daddy has a Boba
All
Fett
right. Looks
costume
different
that he's
every
been
time I put
wearing
it
for
on.
like 4 years.
So, you guys have done well. The business is thriving. You've made, I believe you made, friends with your neighbors. You've got, you're also, as you've slowly noticed, you've got some, regulars that are coming in and popping the place. You've got some trusted employees that are doing, doing well. So, you know, been a little while. It's been a little quiet, but you're having a really good time. And it is on one of these quiet days that you and all the other residents of Troll Skull Alley are shaken by a loud whoosh, the rattling of windows, and the screams of city folk around you.
Hmm.
Oh, dragon.
There's charred bodies and anguished screams filling the air. There is a thick cloud of acidic smoke bellowing outwards from the blast, which seems to have occurred right outside your door.
Oh,
Crap, is that our friend? We
Oh.
told him to come disguised.
I think he's the thunder or lightning or something.
Yeah, it was lightning, wasn't he? It was
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Okay, good. Fine. Then to arms.
Is it like the morning? Should I throw open the shutters and whatnot and look out into the street?
Okay. So I would like you guys to tell me what you're doing at this specific moment. Then we'll get to what your reactions are.
So we're what? We're early in the morning, you said?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Early.
Slowly working the arthritis out of my lower back as like just sitting up in bed, rubbing myself, trying to wake up, basically. Not dressed in any way, shape, or form.
Kate is hiding outside Mert's room about
Liam,
to
are you
send the
muted?
weasel in. No, I'm not naked.
Muted. Not a unreasonable question either.
No.
Okay, what is Kate doing?
I'm creeping outside Mert's room, about to send the weasel in
All right.
to scare him.
A morning routine. A morning routine.
Okay.
Colback's filing down his toenails.
Morning ritual.
Yep.
I'm in the bar. I've turned into a bear. I'm working on a scientific hypothesis and how many beers I can consume without getting drunk. As a bear.
As a bear.
As a bear, yeah.
Important science.
And then
This
Science
is
is
something
for
that
this.
due to a bet you made with the monk, isn't it?
Yes.
He's passed out on the floor.
Yeah, he bet he could drink more than a bear, I think is what happened. So he's passed out on the floor.
I can definitely. That is now canon.
Sorry, Derek.
Well, and then Orov's just in his private bath. He's doing private bath things.
I believe it's called preening.
Brushing his
Preening.
fangs and stuff.
So, guys, what? Now that this boom has happened, what, if anything, are you going to do?
Well, I'll run to the
Uh,
bar.
Quickly run and put his weasel in the cage.
Can we just look outside the window? I mean, I think that would be Mert's first reaction of like, what the bloody? and then he would open the window or shutters or whatever to see what's going on.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what room is Coolback's room.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I think we're on Quebec.
Second
You're
floor?
yeah, I'm to the south, I guess. So the front is to the west.
So there's a balcony area there, right?
Oh yeah.
And I'll say that anybody who can make it out to the balcony can see, approximately where this blast took place.
Yeah, good call. Balcony.
All right, then yeah, run up and out onto the balcony in my morning clothes.
I'm gonna put my weasel back in its cage.
I'm going to lumber
Okay,
over
like-
to the door and open it with a claw.
Okay.
But you're passed out on the floor.
No, that's the other guy. I'm a
The other
bear.
one.
Uh,
Bear just like
So, those of you that take a look, just see basically, there is there was a tremendous explosion. You see now, those who can see that the people like yourselves are emerging from the houses and shops in the area to survey the devastation. There doesn't appear to be any buildings ablaze, but there does appear to be a number of gravely injured individuals.
All right. Coolback's gonna vault over the balcony and running high five, spare the dying, everybody in the street as fast as he can.
Okay, so as you get a little close enough to do that, now do you guys have any make any guesses or inclinations on like what you're actually looking at here?
I mean, I'm assuming we would
Hell
know.
horse.
Yeah, that it's some kind of. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't know that I would know. I'm assuming there's some horror, some kind of giant monster running amok, but that's all I would assume, not necessarily what it is.
Well, okay, well I'll tell you what, I'll let you guys make some rolls and we can see how it.
That's about right.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I do know. Nat 20.
Oh yeah, because you've seen this before. And anybody that gets a 13 or more instantly goes fireball spell.
See, Coolback thinks the sewers are backed up. That's with that roll.
So yeah, somebody has cast a fireball spell, and Mart knows for a fact there's gonna be hell to pay because this is definitely illegal activity, and this the number of laws that are currently been broken. Yeah. It's not good for, and but you also, whoever does know that this means that there is probably a perpetrator, maybe somewhere close by.
Absolutely. So Mert's like like having like almost a seizure. He's so flabbergasted by what's going on, and
Okay,
sees Quillback jumping off, and
right.
he's like, "Nope,"
One
and he
second.
runs back inside. to
We'll
his
get
stuff.
to going to Quillback. Yeah, you can take you look there, but I mean, I'll tell you what, let's
And I'm just spamming it.
here we go. Wait.
He like puts his hands up like, I can't do that.
Oh,
Yeah, you pretty much instantaneously go, it's way too late.
too late?
Yeah, too late.
Oh, okay.
The people that got hit here, this was instant death for a quick count, you've 11 bodies.
I'm just gonna, he's gonna still just go body to body, just make sure this is,
Yep.
an
Does
easy thing for him to
does
take
it-
care of.
Does it look like the bodies are, a group of people from somewhere or just random people?
Okay, well, since Quebec is going, I will give a description to each person that he encounters, and he will be able to relay, so you'll all know this information. There is one elderly female human. Don't recognize her. There are 2 cloaked male humans. They were clad in leather armor with sheathed longswords. Then there was 2 female humans and 1 male half-elf dressed in plain clothes. There was 1 male gnome wearing a burnt cloak and clutching a dagger. 2 female halflings. One was playing a flute and the other fiddle. And there were 2 male halflings that were dancing.
Somebody doesn't like music.
Halflings.
At this early in the morning.
So besides Quillback, and I'm going to rule that, does anybody else want to come out and take a look at the bodies?
Yeah, I think Mert would definitely just run back in, grab his sword and shield, and just book it, not obviously not have time to put his armor on. Just book it
Okay,
out. Just see
because
what's
of
going on.
both
Pants
of you,
on.
both of
Yeah,
you.
he has pants and that's it. Like you see his beautiful, muscular, like hairy body as he runs out with just pants on and
All
boots.
Well, based on your background and the
Okay.
fact that Quillback did such a fabulous job on his medicine, I'm going to give you advantage on both you. You get advantage on your perception rolls.
Bloody Quillback. I got blood in my eyes.
There's so
Well,
much smoke.
fortunately, Mart being experienced with the watch, and experience there, reveals one of the dead male humans has a black winged snake, symbol of the Black Network, tattooed on his right forearm. And the dead gnome has a dry waste on his boots and cloak, suggesting to you that he's probably spent some time in the sewers recently. And if you look at his pouch, there are 500 gold piece gemstones.
Yoink.
Okay, so yeah, he goes like, bloody gang wars have come to Troll Skull Alley. Oh, and then I take the pouch and just sling it
Alright.
on my side.
In
for
that
now.
case, let's see if you can do it.
I thought he was dead.
Oh,
Fancy pouch.
Nope, can't do it.
well,
Gabe's gonna run out like still pulling up his pants.
I'll tell you what.
like-
If let him give you an assist, see if he can make
Okay.
it. You're lucky. Well, it's good that you see the rogue pays off because he does what's necessary. Okay, so you managed to actually get it so that there's it's not seen by the any witnesses there, because it would have raised some questions with the with it. So I'm just gonna drag this parcel there. Boom, got the gemstones.
Just to emphasize, Mert was doing it for evidence sake, not so much you'd be like, obviously he's assuming right away this was the cause of the commotion. So he just threw it to the kids like, kid, hold this, or like, they just grab it. He's not thinking of, I mean, we're probably going to keep it, but that's not what his first intention was.
Just for clarity, they're not the gems aren't 500 gold pieces each. They're
No, but 500
500
total.
GP.
Let me see.
Total, yeah, total.
Yeah, each gemstone is worth 100 GP. So that's 5 in total.
Groovy.
And we don't see anyone moving or any perpetrator of fireball casters of some kind.
Well, let's see. Now that you guys are there, if you want to, we'll say. So is everybody outside now taking a look here?
Yep.
All right. So we'll just do a group perception checky here.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I see the
All
future.
over the map.
All right. Given these scores, even with
Oh
the
wait,
two,
I get to re-roll my 1. I'm a halfling. I have
It's
lucky.
true.
that's true. Go for it. At some point, I'm gonna have to pick up that extension that auto does that for halflings. Like I said, but I'm watching my pennies.
Mhm.
My new
Oh.
I have to get 2 new pairs of glasses.
Yeah, you
On
can
top
beat
of it,
me,
I'm
so
getting my daughter new glasses as well. I'm saving my pennies.
She doesn't need to go to college, right? That's not a big deal.
Well, yeah, we'll see about that. No, apparently we're getting these experimental new lenses that apparently help stop nearsightedness in kids because of how their eyes grow or something like that. It's a methodology of reducing how bad the eyes get because they said it's because of the eyes growing at too fast a rate for them. It's supposed to slows it down, so helps protect their eyesight.
Never
But
even heard
that's
of
one of the reasons why I went, oh yeah, glasses, Baldur's Gate 3. Early access, full price. Yeah, I can wait. That, and I don't know if you guys have any. Does anybody actually have it?
Yeah, I won't lie. Liam and I have been playing.
How do
Yeah.
you find that dice mechanic there? I've seen the videos and I go, oh boy, I would just be going,
it's not all the
guys, why are
time.
you doing this to me? You're
Yeah,
breaking my immersion.
it's not all the time. So it's only when you choose, like, for example, when you're in like having conversation and you choose like persuasion or whatever, then you actually have to roll the dice. So to
Okay.
me, it's just like playing D&D but with more graphics. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna persuade him to not kill this guy, for example, and then you like half the time, because you're like level 1 or 2, you do not succeed your rolls, but when you do, it feels great.
I mean, as it is right now, I was looking, I kind of want to, but mind you, the big one is I'm hoping it comes at least for Christmas. I don't care if it's late. Get it for Christmas. I want Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming out, but maybe.
We'll see. Hopefully, I know the role playing game actually is, and I'm tempted to run that at some point, but I don't know if I could get the voice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how Cyberpunk turns out. But yeah, Baldur's Gate is to me, like, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's very limited right now, but it's a lot of fun.
Excellent.
Yep.
There's another one out that is using the 5th edition rule set.
I saw that. I'd heard nothing about it until very recently, and I already forgot about it.
But apparently it's pretty good, and it is at a reasonable price. And I've been hearing, good things from people that have actually played it. And for the life of me, of course, I cannot remember that. Oh, Solaris, the Crown of the Magister. Where is it here? Yeah, Solasta. Very positive reviews on Steam. And like
Look
half
into
the
it.
price of Baldur's Gate 3. But then again, let's face it, production values, right? Okay, so with you guys are taking a look and you're going, wow, there is, you can't see anything else there. And you take you try and take a look and see if there's anyone there. You're pretty sure that there is who's ever might be responsible is taken off. You figure you got a few minutes before the city guard's going to show up, because let's face it, that was a fireball, went off, big boom, and you have an ex-member of the city watch here who can probably verify that.
There's no indication of where it would have came from, or
Yeah, like did the bodies get like thrown or did they
some.
get?
Yeah,
There was a bit of an explosion there. Maybe some got tossed.
or if anyone saw anything or anyone.
Mhm.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
there anyone alive or?
Yeah,
Mert like gets on his stomach and like starts like looking at every stone on the ground to see like where or what things would have happened, trying to like mind palace the situation, rebuild it, investigation style. Obviously, probably not successfully, but he's trying hard.
Well, I'll give it that you guys are there, and it's going to be
I'll give.
even
I'll
when the
smack Mert on the butt and give him guidance.
yeah. Well, first off, the thing is that you're going to see, most likely what's going to happen is that there is a bunch of guards will arrive, cording off the entrances to the alleyway. No, they're probably going to stop people from entering and exiting it, and then eventually some more guards are going to show up and make their way over to the crime scene and watch over the bodies. And then the smoke is probably, there's going to be a griffin, a cavalry rider. You're going to see a griffin with its mount just circling the neighborhood. Think of it like a copter, right? Watch there. So
You guys can see like after the griffin arrived and it was noticed, Mert is like just staring at the griffin, like just enamored.
mhm.
Yeah, he doesn't care about anything else anymore. He's just staring at that griffin, and he's not answering any questions.
Right. So, but you have some time before all this starts to do. So,
Mert, go get geared up. Get off the stones.
Yeah, right, yeah, for sure. He's just still staring at the griffin.
Take the bear and get your gear on.
I'm just gonna run and
Totally.
fireball
Like he
area.
starts like picking up the corpses and like just stacking them, like not paying attention to
No,
what he's
I
doing.
mean, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Do you guys want to talk to anybody that's around or ask anybody?
Yeah, is there anyone that would have
Yeah.
seen something or like witnesses or?
Well, sure. There, you look around. There's a couple of people there. Spend at least a minute talking. There's Filet, the owner of the Corin's Crown, was going. He says, I was just watering some plants in the greenhouse on the second floor of my shop, and when the blast blew out some of the windows. Lucky I wasn't injured. There was smoke, and I saw a cloaked man take something from the body of the dead gnome and then start limping away. He was badly burnt and casting glances over his shoulder like he was afraid somebody might be following him. He was headed towards the bent nail.
Bent nail.
If you take another one going, says, it looks like a Wardavian, somebody of some wealth and privilege there. Clearly was coming out of the tiger's eye. And she goes, I'm telling you, it wasn't a man. It was more like a puppet-shaped man, puppet without strings. It was on the rooftop. It hurled something into the crowd below and caused an explosion. I saw these halflings burn to death. I saw them.
That's the one we want.
Yeah. And finally, if still talking around, you can find there's a 12-year-old boy who watched his halfling friends bury. Went off. He goes, right after the explosion, I ducked behind a rain barrel. Then I heard a pop, and and found this in the barrel. So it produces a necklace. Looks like it's got some beads missing and a broken clasp. Um, I will let you guys. Anybody here will do that. Oops.
Apparently, it's my specialty.
Yeah, Quill back with the 20s today. Holy jeez.
Oh yeah.
Just wait until we get into a fight.
Well, I'd say even with the 20, you're going, okay, it's some sort of magic. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Glimmer, even though he has a lower score because he recognized it earlier, he's going, yeah, you're pretty sure that is a necklace of fireballs.
Just it.
Does it look
Oh,
spent? Does it look still
he
working?
dropped it.
Well,
It's evidence.
yes,
It is
and
evidence.
guys, the way that a would work is, let me do it here, is you
Pluck a
detach
bead,
a
right?
bead from it
You throw it.
and throw it. It's
As
basically a handy dandy grenade.
as Quillback is like, oh, I know what this is. I'm like, put that in your pack now.
Well, you're
Yeah,
gonna snatch it
easy.
away from him. You're gonna need who's
Well,
gonna do that?
I'll take if the kids got it. I'll be like, hey, kid,
Well,
I'll give you a little cash money here for this. What do you think?
You gonna
We
do a
might,
persuade check? Please go ahead.
yeah.
Roll persuade.
I'm not very good at this for some reason.
Are you good enough though?
All right. Hey kid, come by the belly up, and we'll give you give you a plate of nachos. What do you say? A little Elvis in there today.
This is what I
Yeah. Now, I'm just going to take a thing because if you have marked form a thing, keep in mind if you withhold the necklace and knowledge of it from the city watch, that is technically a crime in Waterdeep, hampering justice by concealing evidence, which results in a fine of up to 200 GP and hard labor for 10 day.
Mert just
Oh.
relay this begrudgingly, like licking his lips at having such a necklace.
It's like, fine, you can have it. Kid's just gonna drop it into his shell. Like,
Well,
okay, let's see if you can.
I've got it, kid. Relax. It's in the saddlebags.
But we know we got the gems. We know what kind of like what we're doing or what we want to deal with basically, and we can just kind of pass on the necklace and say if some kid saw this and then keep on going.
Jeez. Yeah, sorry. I'm just looking at the they put together the city watch as if you guys would be insane enough to try and fight all these characters
Oh
at
my
once.
god.
For one
We're
necklace. No, it's ours.
tax-paying, citizens here.
So I'm
So
assuming the limpy guy is just a thief kind of guy. He's not involved in this.
The halfling kid.
No, the guy the first guy we
The
talked to
cloaked
that said he
man.
saw someone. Yeah,
well, here
He-
is
limping
what
heading
you
to
away.
the
got.
bent nail.
yeah. We can go shake him down.
Well, not at the moment. By this point, it is. I'm going to have to say, talking to these individuals and doing this is the city guard has begun to arrive and seeing there. Everybody's still milling about. It's about after 20 minutes after the explosion. A city watch sergeant named let's see, Simon Crowley shows up, escorting a member of the watch Full order of magistrates and protectors named Barnabas Blastwind. So let me.
I would have acquainted myself with the local watch, I assume, to get some better associations with them in the neighborhood.
I'm sure they drink in our bar too.
Well, and Barnabas here. Well, it's a little bit debatable. He quickly seems to be the one taking point on this investigation. While the sergeant is directing a force of around 20 constables to knock on the door and question the locals.
So I think Mert would just walk up to the officer in charge right now and be like, "This is what we found out, sir," and then just relate the basic info and then give him the necklace if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah. It's
Does
not
it
worth the
look
10
like?
beers.
Does it look like those beads come off easy, or
Should
Yeah, I mean, if you guys took this as evidence, but if you took off the other beads, I mean, that would still be illegal. You know.
Well, okay. Since you
If
guys,
you took them off, they would explode.
is that how it works? Is that like
it's like grenade?
I can't just have a pocket full of them? They have to be on the necklace. I don't know. Coolback doesn't know. He'll hand over the necklace.
yeah, just well, a little surprised.
Let's not
so.
play with it.
Blow us
So
all.
I'll tell you what.
It
Here,
smells weird. It's
let you guys do it first.
I wonder what it tastes like.
oh, I'll tell you later. Put it through its paces.
Well, persuasion.
That kid was eating honey this morning. It's all sticky.
Well, given that you got 3 out of 5 above that, I'm just going to go, especially since it's Mert is doing the talking and Coolback is the one handing it over and giving your relatives. It's like, okay, they're very impressed with you, and it's like, says, well, thank you, gentlemen, for that.
Keep in mind, I'm still bare chested here. I haven't gone back yet to
Yeah.
put our on.
I'm also bare chested.
Yeah, and
Literally.
I think Barnabas' site, you guys are, especially I think the sergeant goes nudges him, just goes, "What's?" Has a talk with him. Oh, he's pointing. Oh, it points to the tavern. Oh, okay. He goes, oh, yes. Well, thank you very much, citizens, for assisting us.
Yep. Want to make sure everybody's taken care of here.
I say, if you guys need help with anything, yeah.
Well,
Those are all
I
they need to
can't.
take care of.
Yeah, he says, well, thank you very much. But that I would introduce too many new variables into an already confusing equation. Replies Barnabas with a frown. Trust in the watch.
For sure.
Right?
Salute.
That's the whole deal here, right?
Kid rolls his eyes because trust in the watch never got him anywhere.
Well, they got rid of those were rats. They took care of those
Are
ugly
any of you
bastards.
guys going to press the issue or try and get
Listen,
anything more of them?
yeah, I want to know what these people. I couldn't stabilize them at all. They were gone before I could jump over the balcony. What do you think guys think caused this here?
Well, since you've been so forthright and hearing your gentleman's history, perhaps because now I wouldn't normally do this, but thank you for attempting. I understand. No, but this was a tremendous things here at Fireball. Most of these are they're normal citizens, not adventurers. They wouldn't be used to withstanding these force. Fireball would kill them instantly. He says most likely I think this gnome was running from some armed pursuers, of which there were 3. I think the third person who's chasing the gnome is not dead. The gnome and his pursuers were moving towards the tavern here in your tavern.
Huh? Whoa, it's a pretty good tavern.
Yeah, neither the gnome nor his pursuers saw that blast coming.
Third party then. Interesting.
Who had the tattoo? Which one was it? The gnome?
No, it was one of the humans.
One of the humans.
The gnome
And it
had
was-
the gem pouch, basically.
and it was the Zentarim tattoo.
Give me a second here. Yes, the Black Network. That would have been one that
We
called.
we broke up some fights there between the Zents and the Xants for the Order of the Gauntlet not too long ago. You know, we wasn't in this neighborhood though. Wasn't even in this part of the city.
Hmm.
Better not be spilling into our neighborhood. Just
Yeah.
It's horrible. You think you're safe, and then boom, fireball kills half the people.
Mhm.
Half the people.
Yeah, it's like you don't want no trouble in your bar.
whoa, we've had enough of those were rats. You know.
Yep.
None of you guys listen to Thrilling Adventure Hour? Okay.
Sorry, missed an insight and missed a joke.
Okay. Sparks, Nevada. Marshall on Mars. Go listen to it a few times, especially when there's the barkeep. I don't want no trouble in my place.
Okay.
Now we don't want no trouble here. You hear? Yeah.
He's
So
gonna like take the staff that conceals his rapier and goes whack, whack on his hand.
Could we do some help here? You guys got a lot on your plate. It seems you got a lot of next of kin to notify.
No, again, that's okay.
Well, we're probably going to do it anyways, all the same, you know.
yeah,
So
it's just
so
like
heads up.
it's okay. Don't listen to him, and I just push him away. We're just gonna go towards the bent nail for no apparent reason now. We'll
Yep,
see you guys
alright.
soon.
Yeah. So I
And-
think you guys wait until the bodies are carted off and the watch eventually breaks up, allowing people to go after they're done and the day is complete. Let me just.
during that time, I guess we would all have gone to like suit up and get ready for action just in case, because obviously there's trouble afoot.
Troubles afoot. Put on my battle wig.
We're gonna need more guards in front of our tavern.
Why do you think he said they were running towards our
Yeah,
shop?
why would they
That's
do
weird,
that?
eh?
I immediately turned to Cade. Do you know anything, kid?
Not
This gnome
that I
had
know of.
he had a bunch of poop on his boots. What do you know about that?
Half the kids I know have poop on their boots.
That's true. That's fair. That's
Clean
true.
their boots.
I mean, half the city has poop on their boots, but that's not the point, kid. Did you know these kids?
Did I?
Do you?
It's interesting. Why would he have taken that? Who's it's there? Filet? The flower guy. He said he saw someone take something off the body of the gnome, but isn't that who the MJ tone stays came from?
I don't speak turtle. What are you saying, guy?
The jingly bits.
Yeah, because I mean, they just look like standard gems. We're like, if we look
Why
at
would-
them, there's nothing special about them.
Why would they be
And
left behind?
whoever cast the fireball, were they trying to protect our bar or go against it?
No, it sounded like there was the gnome was running away with the bag of gems, and he was being pursued. And then a third party threw a fireball from the roof and took out the whole lot, and then jumped, stole the gnome, something from the gnome, and ran away.
So one of the pursuers of the three is still alive and took something from them.
No, two. So there's the construct on the roof that cast the fireball, and then there was a human cloaked figure.
Well, we
took
don't know if
something
they're
off the
we don't know if they're on the same team.
That's true. That's fair. That's true.
So
Someone might be
but,
trying to protect
you
us.
guys, you okay? So you questioned at least three pieces of information. One is already settled, as you know what caused the explosion at this point, and you have the thing, and you handed over the evidence. Good on you. The other two is you have one thing where if you look back, you've got somebody that took something from the dead gnome. and then headed towards the bent nail as far as you're able to ascertain. The other
Okay.
one is the assailant that caused the fireball. Was described as a puppet shaped like a man.
That's a weird description. I don't
Was
sure I
there-
get that.
This is tickling my mind grapes a little bit. Was there something? Did we learn something about that when we staked out that nobleman's house? I'm trying to think.
About puppet men? I don't think so.
No, didn't we come across
Puppet-
something?
Puppet
Puppet-
men
Let me,
Like a
suggest
scarecrow?
Let me look back in
or
my journal.
necromancy.
Oh, a corpse, mayhaps.
All right, since Quillback, you do seem to recall something, and you're thinking, when you were asking there, that triggered a memory, and you go, that's strikingly similar description to the automatons that sometimes march in the Days of Wonder parade.
Hmm. Is that a tier thing? Days of Wonder, is that one of his? There's a lot of tier stuff.
Well,
I can't keep it all straight, man.
you
There's so
you
much things.
you really have heard it. It's more during the fall season.
So there was
But here's the thing: is Cade would know that well because he, based on who he's a follower of, because it is sponsored by the Temple of Grodd.
sometimes I just go to these things and I just stand and I just stare for it. Like, even the parade's gone and I'm still there, just like looking at whatever's in front of me. That's but Cade,
Weird
what do you
customs.
know?
You
Is
know,
there a,
and there's also, of course, another option that you could try to at some point. Maybe not right now.
burn down the other bar?
I mean,
Infect the roof?
were we not going to do that anyways? I don't understand.
Sorry, I was thinking I spaced it for a second. I was pretending I was Goris for a second.
Yeah, hey, Goras, can you turn into a bird and go check the roof?
I don't think I can. I think I can only do that.
Something
once.
climby?
Can't fly.
Spider,
Doesn't
monkey,
have a flying speed. Monkey.
Spider monkey?
Bears climb very
spider
tall.
monkey.
Bears do
Well,
climb.
while you don't have it yet, there is a spell that clerics could cast.
Speak to
Speak
the
with
dead.
Do you have that? Speak with that? Is that a
Third
Not
level
yet.
spell.
Yeah, I don't have third levels yet. Unless we're level 4, Sean. Are we level 4?
There's a reason why you guys aren't level 4 yet.
Wait,
Dang.
let's go get the wig maker. He can talk to the corpses, mayhaps.
I don't
Well,
think they left
the
any
other thing
corpses.
is that you guys know that any one
There's
of you
always-
that is either with Force Grey, Grey Hands, the Harpers, Lords Alliance, the Order of the Gauntlet, probably could petition to have your faction hire a cleric with Speak to the Dead for you, or
Okay.
how
That's
long
everyone except me.
how long do they have to be dead before it wears off?
has to be cast within 10 days.
Oh, okay.
Mind you, the fact of the matter is that Mart will know this fact is that clerics from local temples are brought in generally to cast gentle repose on corpses while there is an ongoing investigation.
Do we
They
know-
last
do we-
longer.
Do we know who might be coming to take care of these folks? I mean,
Dead would be taken probably here to the City Watch station in the North Ward and kept in the cellar morgue there.
I say we pay them a visit and go talk to this
Now,
cleric.
here's the thing: is you'd have to provide a list of questions for them.
Yeah,
and
that
isn't
can
it
be specific,
the
yeah.
person who casts it is the only one that can ask the questions, if I remember correctly. So
Yes, which is why you guys would have to think about it. Remember,
What-
each spell is 5 questions.
What would we
Um,
ask?
I,
Which is
I
something
have
to
a
think about because you
question
can't do it right now.
when you said pay them a visit, Do you mean asking, or do you mean with grappling hooks and stealth?
I mean, you get your faction or whoever to make the arrangements for you, or you can try to see about just hiring one yourself and making a request to somehow go in there and do it. So
Well,
at
could we maybe split up and cover some more ground? Maybe a couple people could go to the Temple of Gond and find out about these walking puppet men.
so you want to
I'll
split the
go.
party?
Well, we're just investigating. I don't think. Do I need to cast Shield of Faith on everybody before we go?
Well,
No, in the player's handbook it says they are not responsible for the consequences of. It says specifically splitting the party.
All right, all right. We
Also,
can
in
all go
Volo's Guide to
together.
Monsters, it says if your DM shows up, if your DM makes Volo show up, that means they're trying to kill you in a way that will be blamed on yourself. So that means since Volo has showed up, Sean is
Well,
trying to kill us on a way that can blame.
You got me here, okay, you know? Just didn't like to see that mind flayer. Okay, we can all go together. It's a field trip, guys. What do you think?
so where are
Yeah,
you gonna
well-
go? Remember there's the
Bent nail?
bent
I was
nail.
gonna say we should go
That's the
closer to home
closest, eh?
first.
That's
Yeah.
close.
Let's now that we're all geared up and the fuzz have moved on, let's go check the bent nail.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Everybody got a baseball bat?
Yeah. Put your sleuthing hats on and your baseball bats in hand.
I'm gonna put the razor blade in my scally cap brim, just in case.
You see, Mort swallows like 5 keys just in case. You never know what kind of manacles they use these days.
God. I just imagine he's got like, every stage of his career, all these different keys. It's just a routine now. Yeah.
There's a reason I have so many stomach issues, I gotta tell you.
It cast lesser restoration. All right, to the nail.
Yeah, we'll kind of try to see if we can see anything in the vicinity or in the bent nail itself. Or towards it.
Actually, can Quillback make a survival check or something to see if he can see like scorchy footprints or tattered cloak remnants or something?
He said he was
Okay.
limping, so he wouldn't have gotten super far, and he'd leave distinctive footprints, I would assume.
Definitely.
And he was burned, if I remember.
So
Mhm.
clap everybody you see
That's-
on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And see if they wince.
How goes it?
There was,
All right.
Well, if he
So
if
that
he was an automaton,
okay.
he
Do
wouldn't
you,
feel pain.
yes. Do you guys remember what the bent nail is?
Is
Either
it
a
bent
bar
nail?
or a blacksmith. Where's our map?
Carpenter wood carver. So that's where you can get the ornate
Oh.
wooden furniture as well as selection of some wooden weapons and things.
Did
But
we talk
most,
to that guy at some point, didn't we?
yeah,
I think we got some
We
wood
sure
from
did.
him.
he's headed towards, not necessarily going in, but just the direction of
Got
on
it.
his way out.
Yeah, go see if they saw anything or if
Yeah.
anyone saw anything in that general vicinity.
Notes, trying to find all the stuff about our neighbors.
What?
I've got notes.
So thank God you're here. Every time I write notes, I just throw them out at the end of the day. For some reason, I can't keep loose leaves anywhere. It's bad.
Just need a moleskin.
That would be a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
The knockoffs at Amazon aren't too bad. They're really cheap too.
Actually, was it the journals? If you were looking for a good quality notebook, do it here.
Bent nail woodworking. Tally. Let's go talk to Tally.
Okay.
I made him cookies or something. Oh, one of the people was in the Tiger's Eye, right? Said
Yeah,
someone from the
coming out. She
Tiger's
was
Eye
coming
told us
out of
something.
the Tiger's Eye.
That's the detective agency.
Yes.
They should have more information for us then.
Not really, but yeah, you can go ask. Look up dingbats if you're looking for good quality notebooks. British
Yeah.
Will do.
company.
Thank you.
Okay.
I asked for moleskins at Christmas because I just can't bring myself to spend that much on a notebook. Even though
But
they're
these
my
aren't
favorite
cheap either,
notebook.
too. But they
That's
go
fair.
on
That's
sale
fair.
on occasion. Like a 8.5 size line notebook is about $30.
That's not bad. It's crazy expensive, but it's not bad.
Oh, I mean it's high quality paper. It takes my fountain pens ink with no bleed through.
Let's go see Tally.
Okay.
As what's Derek's character's name?
I was gonna say Cade, but no, that's
Wes.
Wes. That's it. Wes.
Has Wes broken any more stools? Do we need to commission any more stools?
He just routinely breaks tables to prove that he can. Hiya!
Table for two?
We only have a table for 4. Not any longer.
Someone come cast mending on this table. Maybe I should get mending. I'll think about that. We'll see.
Push baby.
Okay.
it's that bad.
Well,
I'll bring some goldfish biscuits for Tally too. It's like it could be like our Red Lobster thing, right? Got the biscuits. Delicious.
I gotta say, I haven't been to Red Lobster in like 10 years. Like I think there's
Tastes
only one left in
exactly the
Ottawa.
same.
Anyways, yeah, it's exactly the same meat, I guess.
You can
there's
get the
2.
biscuits from the grocery store, and they actually taste like pretty bang on.
Yeah, you can get a good recipe to duplicate it if you want. A lot. Used to be a place to go to Joey's before it closed down here. But if you want to get reasonably seafood, especially when they had their unlimited fish and chips nights.
That was Joey's only.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I did an advertising job there when they first opened.
yeah, we had one here in Orleans, and I know there was another one out, but they both slowly closed. I don't know what happened. It's like a hot dog place now. So many places shut down restaurants there. By the way, meetings. I don't know if anybody ever did meetings barbecue.
Yeah, my wife ordered it there the other night. I don't eat meat,
yeah?
but she seemed to love it.
It's
The vegetarian's crying as she's eating all this meat.
it's a great place. I've ordered for there. I thought they shut down because they shut down one of their the restaurant location, and they weren't on the skipped dishes anymore. But apparently they're on a different ordering system. They switched. You can order directly from them for pickup. Um, I ordered Thanksgiving smoked turkey.
Smoke Shack closed down, so I might have to give them a rip.
Yeah, because they do
do
like
it.
the slow roast barbecue, right? That's their whole thing. It takes
Yeah,
like 4 hours to roast things.
pulled pork, beef brisket. I've never had such good beef brisket around here before.
You're making my mouth water right now.
Anything to make sure they stay in business because I want to I'm ordering. I need to order occasionally. Um, okay, so you go and if you go towards there, no, the bent nail first is that, somebody came by, but, since then, haven't really.
So nothing suspicious or report, or we can't see any like burnt clothing or scuff marks. I mean it's a cobblestone street, I guess, but nothing of the out of the ordinary. Sorry.
Hmm. No, nothing at the moment. I mean, it was just that general direction where he's heading out, so you don't have anything there.
We don't know
Um,
what we. No one told us what was taken off of the gnome, right? Just an object.
Nobody saw what you don't have any idea at this point. So so you only really know that there's this person out there, and the other thing is the assassin, for lack of a better, uh,
I have a
is.
I have a technical question,
Hmm.
DM.
Yes.
Would I feel like I know the answer, but a constructy puppet, would that would locate object work on that, or would it have to be locate creature or something else?
That is a good question.
Was
But don't you have to have seen the thing personally to work
Mhm.
locate object? Not to be a buzzkill.
I I think it can be described to you. It's something that you know.
Well, you'd need to have a better description, especially since you're
Okay.
here in the city and you were not here during the fall when it was here. So you're getting things
Yeah.
second and third hand, right?
Okay.
Um, maybe, if they're saying there that, the temple of Groot could be there, if they have these things, maybe you can see some more and then get an idea.
That might be an idea if they're all entreposed somewhere. Maybe one just happened to have been disappeared or stolen recently, as it is when a car commits a crime. It's just been stolen the day before. So
Hmm.
mayhaps if this is a dead end, that might be the next step, I guess.
Mhm.
All right, so you'd like to go visit the temple?
Cade, you coming?
Yeah.
Gonna go see your folks at the
So
Gondatorium?
it's at the corner of Sea Watch Street and Shark Street in Seaward. The House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Groot is a toothed cog with four spokes, eh, which are displayed prominently. You see the silhouette of a humanoid shaped perching on the rooftop. It extends its arms, releasing a metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops in the air, then veers towards you.
Hmm.
Um, menacingly.
Birdie.
Never seen a metal bird before. That's kind of cool.
Don't eat it. It's not good for you.
All right. All right.
Trust the turtle.
Because I know you wanted to.
Yeah, I say we let it come.
Yeah, maybe it's got a message for us or something, It's got the secret password. I don't know how this place works. These are your people, Cade.
Mert's like everyone hold your coin purse close. I don't trust these guys ever. So menacingly, it seems.
Yes, it
Oh.
is
What do we
coming
do?
towards you in a menacingly.
Thanks for showing up, Chorus. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
All
It's like
right.
you're like, we don't hit animals. I'm a druid. Then you realize it's mechanical.
Mhm.
It wants
So it's coming. It looks like it's coming directly to you. It is about 60 feet away. It flies at about 60 feet. So, what, if anything, are you guys going to be doing?
In initiative order? Or just generally?
Sure. Initiative order.
All right, Cade, you're first. Can you
It-
pay
it-
attention? Quit playing with your
Okay,
sunglasses.
yeah, I'm checking what I have for
Bonus action.
spells. Yeah, bonus action hide. I'm gonna bonus action hide, and then I'm gonna shoot at it. Wait, no, I'm not gonna hide. I have a different plan. I'm gonna yell, "I am a worshipper of God" at it.
Would
And
we?
I'm not. And in my head, I'm going to think, "You stupid bird."
Would we know anything about this, like in the city? Like, is this a normal thing, or is this not a normal thing?
This is not exactly normal.
10-4. It's not normal.
The thing on the roof, did it look like a construct?
You tell me. Remember what I
Yes,
said?
it did. I don't remember. Did you write it down?
Silhouette of a
Yes.
human. It seems very
Humanoid.
similar to what happened earlier.
Fred, you're right. Bat it away.
Get away from it, I guess.
All right, Cade, make your thing.
So what are you doing? And then let's move on, please.
I'm yelling, "I am a worshipper of God" at it.
All right. Next turn.
Bonus
Go
action
back.
hide. I'm gonna kind of like look at it, squint it a little bit. That doesn't seem right. And I am going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon because that's my favorite thing to do. How far away is Senior humanoid shape?
He was on the roof of the
Like
building. Yeah.
super high?
Yeah. Well over 60 feet away.
Well, my range is 60 feet to
So,
cast the thingamajig.
so
I can't.
he's out of range. Remember, I already said
Hit the thing.
Well, you said the bird was 60 feet away.
Yeah, you can get the bird, but you can't get him.
I want to, though.
it.
Fine. Fly swatter. I'm gonna
Bird swatter, you mean?
bird swatter.
All right, go for it.
Yes.
Oh,
Dang. Do I have a thing that I can do?
It's like
Fix
you
this?
knew, combat is the complete opposite of your just check rolls.
Okay, well, whatever. That was my stupid bonus action anyways. I didn't want to use it. And then I will crossbow bolt the bird. There we go. That's better. And okay, I'll do this first. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And then I'm going to.
There's no point. There's nothing else to do.
But I want to.
It has one hit point.
Oh.
It disintegrates.
Well, all right.
Basically, it would have
Shrapnel everywhere.
yeah, basically. Well, it was gonna hit you anyway, so
Mm,
but it would have hit you and then disintegrated. So
okay. So I have a thing. Oh no, crap. Never mind. Never mind. I
Wheelback
got
is
a
flustered.
fly swatter just hanging out doing nothing. Fine. Someone else do something.
So can we know that
Bert?
the creature is still on top of the ceiling, on the roof, right? It hasn't run away or anything.
yeah, it's gone now.
Oh, it's gone. Did it like jump to another building, or did it just like retreat? And
It
we
seems to
assume it's
retreat
inside.
and maybe into the building. You're not
Okay.
100% sure.
So if it's my turn, yeah, I'll just run straight into the building.
Okay, the
arms
Temple
up.
of Grud is open and buzzing with activity during the daylight hours, and it's normally, and then it closes sunset to sunrise. Um, as this is day and still morning. As I said, it is rather busy. The main hall of the temple holds 24 marble pillars, each one of them bearing some prize-winning invention or miniature model of some other extraordinary creation. Among the display that stand out when you guys reach there, a 4-foot tall working model of a clock tower rings at every top of the hour, made of wood, iron, brass, and glass, with some small brass bells and delicate hands formed from solid gold. There's a wooden flying machine that has wings that flap when it becomes airborne, a miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle with a brass affixed to its pedestal that reads Big Belchy, sunk in deep water harbor on the Day of Wonders in 1363 DR. There looks to be a functioning waking helmet equipped with small articulate metal arms and hands that gently slap the wearer if he or she falls asleep. A miniature model of a red submarine-shaped manta ray with the brass plate affixed to its pedestal that reads, "The Scarlet Montpré, a Lanternese submersible launched in 1489 DR."
Never heard from again.
So, if you get in there, you can see there is a dragon uh, born priestess,
Hmm.
a priest with a bronze dragon ancestry.
She's not.
And there's no sign of anything moving in the rafters or anything else that we can't.
No,
No. Hmm. Okay.
You can ask her about that construct.
Yeah, run up
Well,
to
let's
to
get
the
on the roof.
priestess.
Let's get this guy.
Yeah, I'll run up to the priestess and be like, I have a question for you, and like wave you guys on, to continue on behind me, kind of thing. I'd be like, I was just assaulted by one of your constructs on the roof, threw a mechanical bird at me. What's that all about?
she just sighs,
Is he like a Quasimodo or something?
and
What'd you call me?
goes, "That's Nirm, a nimble wrath that was gifted to the temple by a Lanternine wizard."
A nibble rat?
Please elaborate for my friends here. I know what that is, but they don't.
Nipple wraith? I've never heard of that.
Oh, nimble rat. He writes stuff, I think.
Nimbly, I would assume.
All right, so
Correctly?
she'll sigh and she leads you up a spiraling staircase to an attic that Nim uses as a lair to find the attic door fitted with a new lock. Vera, Valeti, whatever, doesn't recognize the lock or have a key to open it. But okay, so anybody that's got a knock spell or a thieves' tools. Can attempt to open it or whichever you need.
Yeah.
Thief.
I'm like, kid,
Yes.
go.
I'm gonna start tickling Mert. You know, he's got a belly full
Oh.
of keys.
No, it takes a couple days.
Kid,
Let's see.
get at this.
Yep, I know that's what I'm doing.
No, Mert, not the door. Leave the door alone. Get at Mert.
Because he's not going to let you break down the door. So you got to either use some means of opening it other ways or convincing him to open the door.
I'm gonna pick it.
Good call. Do it, kid. Believe in you. Anyone got guidance?
Yeah, guidance. Woo.
I do.
Plus whatever guidance does. 1d4.
Yeah, D4.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
We distracted him. We're tickling me too much.
Is she just standing there with us?
Yes.
Can we just
All
be
right.
like, oh, okay, we're good. We don't need you anymore.
No, she's not going to go.
Can you please find a way to open this? There's an ongoing investigation, and we believe that this creature would be a part of.
Guys, come on now. Let's take a look here.
Ooh, I got some alchemist fire though.
Burn this whole place down.
Again, you
I got nothing.
We really need a magic user here. Knock would be really
Yes.
useful right about now.
Was this lock recently put on? Looks pretty shiny.
well, you guys want to talk?
Yeah, let's talk it out.
To him.
Might as well. We're all waiting by the door, not knowing what to do.
Well, we can knock on the door.
Okay.
Regular knock.
So you guys wanted to try to persuade him to open the door?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Go.
I'll knock.
Not me, I'm afraid.
Fantasy
Okay,
Ground says I
you can
have
do-
these tools.
You can do it with advantage. Sorry, what?
Fantasy Ground says that I have thieves' tools. But I don't know why I would have that.
You don't have them. It's just showing your proficiency for them.
Oh, is
It's
that
just
all?
showing if you had them. That's what your
Alright.
bonus would be.
I'll start playing my drum then.
All right. So, like again, would somebody like to make a persuasion
Persuasion with advantage.
You can get advantage.
All right. That was horrible.
Oh my!
What is going on?
Listen, I know you don't see other dragon boards that often. Don't get so flustered. It's not a big deal,
It's
you know?
just like I can't.
Would anybody
figure
else
out.
like to try?
I
Who's
don't
the
know how
other
doors
guys will
work.
try. I'm not very
Me.
persuasive.
I'm
Who's
not
our second
I-
best charismatic guy?
I am. But
Me.
I'm really not, but I can go up and try as well.
You can try with advantage. Okay, one more time. Somebody.
Go for it,
Set in the
Kate. You're
mood.
probably more persuasive than I.
Okay. Clicking the advantage.
That's more like
Much
it.
better.
Hero to hero here.
Now let us in.
Yeah. Well, okay. So,
Please.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
he will open uh, the door, and now Nerman doesn't speak. He understands common, but he can't speak. There is a simple sign language of Valar, and the other members of the temple staff understand, and so that's how you can use to communicate. She'll talk for him. So he basically goes, yeah, he was just building this, apologizes. He built this bird and he was testing it, and it sort of got away from him and stuff. And he's sorry about it. It's just, you know, didn't really want. He didn't think it was going to go like that, and that's why he was hiding because he was, he messed up again with one of his inventions. So you guys going to ask him any questions or anything?
First, can I do like a perception about this thing, just to get like an insight of what it looks like, if there's any damage on it, or probably not burn marks, but anything telling upon its corpse or body, not corpse.
I have like a
Stuffed
tan
corpse.
line, like where a necklace.
Yeah,
would
a
be.
missing necklace line of some kind.
No, he doesn't have anything. But are you going to ask him anything in particular, like
Well, I was going to ask him where he was earlier today.
just here in it? He's got others that can can attest to that. Until he went up to test out his device.
Seems like you would have had a good vantage point from up there. Has
Yeah.
he seen anything?
Is this close at all to what? Was it a hike to get here? We're in the Sea Ward. We're in a totally different distance.
Yeah,
right?
because it's probably would not be him. So
Very far away. And to know if he knows of any others of his kind that would be about or something like that. Yeah, I was like, wait, that's my question. Yeah, if there's any others like him, or if he knows of any where he comes from, if they're more like him, where they.
Good. I thought you guys were going completely off to left field. I'm going. Don't make me rewrite
Why'd you
this.
do it?
Don't make me rewrite this.
Do the Batman, make him dangle from his ankles. Where is he? No. Yeah. Do you know any more of your kind?
He admits that it built another Nimblewright to ease its loneliness, but then his creation fled in confused terror about a month ago, and Norm hasn't seen it since.
Did it have a bird?
No,
No.
but Valorant is angrily orders acolytes to remove Nim's tools and unfinished inventions from the attic while she forces him to look on in revelation of this.
That he had built
Mhm.
A second one of him.
or whatever.
Um,
Okay.
I don't know.
AI.
What are you just gonna watch them as they clean out or the
Well,
room here, or
No. We'll say like to chill, like you didn't do anything wrong necessarily. If he's being locked in here, obviously there's something that's a bit more serious going on, like boredom and some, keeping him as a prisoner more than so. The words
Well,
I'm trying to say are not coming out for some reason, but obviously
okay.
he
Well,
needs
you're
his
there and you're
tools.
seeing the items being removed. Don't be nice. For it, you see this item
I was going to
there.
say, does he have anything that could help us find his creation?
Well,
Got an
he
umbrella.
does say that he did build this device to try and find the Nimblewright. But
Okay.
he found that he couldn't leave the temple grounds. He's very willing to just explain to you guys how it operates, and the priestess is more than willing to let you guys take it to find the this missing Nimblewright.
Why, you said it fled in terror? Was that why would it have fled?
But in confusion, I think he gave it sentience, and it was like whoa, and then ran away.
Well, to be frank with you, you don't fully. He doesn't know. You'd say there. There
but
is explains that you just need to hold down the trigger when the device comes within 500 feet of a Nimrod other than him. The umbrella will start to spin, whirl, and click. The
Hmm.
spinning, whirling, click accelerates as the distance lessens and reaching the maximum velocity and volume when the Nimrod other than him is within 30 feet of the device.
All right.
So with this Susian device, we can surely suss out the robot. Let's do it.
Yes. Now, so the priest says, so you're gonna take the item and track down this Nimrod?
Well, it's
Right.
if what we saw is true, this thing has killed a lot of people today. I don't know
I
if you heard,
will.
but there was
The
a
temple will
fireball.
give you the 500 gold piece to destroy it.
That's something we're pretty good at. I think.
And she says, "I will. If you bring back proof of it, bring back proof of its destruction, they'll give you that. Plus, they will give you one of each of these non-magical inventions, uh, adjustable stilts. They can increase the height of any humanoid by 1 to 2 feet.
Mert is super into that right now. He's like staring at
A
it.
backpack, parachute.
Oh yeah.
It kind of does what you think it does. A barking box, 6 inches on each side, has a crank on top. Wind the box. Use an action to wind the box. Activates it for 8 hours. When activated, the box barks whenever it detects vibrations within 15 feet of it, as long as the box and the source of the vibrations are in touch with the same ground. In other
That could
words,
be
you get
handy
yourself.
for the bar, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. And
Does
then
Mert snore?
there is a matchless pipe. It's a switch made of flint that's built into the bowl of a fine wooden smoking pipe. With a
Hmm.
few flicks of a switch, the pipe lights itself.
We get all of this?
You get all of that provided you bring back
Oh.
proof of the destruction of the Nimbleroth.
Why do I
Ooh,
feel
I
like this
got
is gonna be a
one.
hard thing to kill?
Probably gonna
What's
be super cute, and we're gonna feel bad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Why do you guys
How do-
want it destroyed?
well, it did kill like a dozen people today.
And
Like,
it's
actually,
on the
this morning.
loose with no
I
controls.
mean,
Remember, it's like murderous
allegedly.
rage and whatnot.
Allegedly.
We'll figure.
Are you supposed to be the
We'll put
paladin
screw-
of like of an order here?
we'll put the screws to it.
I have to
Allegedly.
see evidence before I demand justice.
You got 11 dead bodies.
I don't know this thing did it.
We'll question it after we kill it. It's fine.
Okay.
Mert,
How do
Mert
we,
saddles up to the priest, and he's like, "Listen, I've heard this thing called a gun, a blunderbuss, if you will. Do these things exist? Do you make these things? Is that a thing that I could commission under the table, of course, because I know the law under the table."
We'll talk later. It's hard and there's a lot of controls.
Gotcha. We'll talk about it.
Any advice on how to disable this thingamajig?
As you tease away, let me
Boards?
take a quick look and I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, hit it till it dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically, it is a construct, okay? And let's see here. It's going to have all the advantages of a construct. So basically, the concept is beat it up. Do take a note that these things are just like will move like a dancer and fight like a squashbuckler.
Aha, how about you?
Have at you.
And it's like these things are often designed as guards or assassins. It's a light wood, right?
Could you make
And can we get like an opinion or like a view of how this Nim fellow lives? Is he like a prisoner? Like is he? Because like having a tinker like this on our side at the bar
Yeah.
might be pretty useful.
Well, no,
Just
he's-
just DM wise, not like asking to the person, but like
Well, here's the thing. It was a gift to the temple from one of the wizards of the Lansing Island, the home of the gnomes and big grot worshippers there. So they're, that's basically the island where science comes from.
Can
That's
we
why
ask,
they got the guns and
why is
things
he
like that.
locked up here?
Well, it wasn't locked. He
Well, it
locked
was locked.
himself.
The
He
door
put
was locked.
Oh.
yeah,
okay, so he
by
locked himself
him.
in. I see.
Yes.
Okay.
they didn't lock him in, right? Otherwise, she would have produced the key, right?
That's
Remember,
fair. That's
he
fair.
unlocked the door himself, so it's not. They didn't lock him in
Why do you lock yourself in here, bro?
because he knew he messed up. Look at the consequences that happen, right?
We'll say I'll look at him like, listen, I got you, fam. Next time, just come see. Come get us at the Troll Skull Manor, and we'll be friends.
All right. So
As I trip on my beard, trying to get out of his room somehow, embarrassingly. Okay, so we have our was it the supersonic screwdriver? We can go find it now. Do we start at the bent nail? I guess.
you
Let's
could.
just crank it on right now.
Yeah. Okay, guys. If you want to do that, it's gonna take you days to search the city. Remember, it's a huge city. To go over that. So, um,
Can I use some kind of like deductive reasoning or something? Because we know it was a battle between the Xanth and the Zith, or whatever. So, do we know of a third party or possibly anything else that would, like, another gang that's trying to take over, or that would wish them harm? Just anywhere where we could start looking more discreetly than
What
just wherever.
What
We
about
could,
if we were to talk to the watch and maybe get use of that griffin? That can fly over the city pretty quickly.
doesn't one of the watch guys owe us a favor?
well, that's possible too. And well, the other thing too is that do we have um,
Or could the Harpers help us? We
well,
put
somebody
that
that's a
fish
maybe
right
Like an
in.
well, I was gonna,
information network,
well,
know
no,
someone
I
that
was about to
uses.
say if we happen to have a member on the Order of Gauntlet, or maybe a member of the Lord's Alliance. Either one of those might be able to secure the use of a griffin. Just saying.
And also, we wanted to possibly, speak to the dead, see if we could get a bit more information on what the heck was going on in the first place.
Yeah.
That
So
might we could probably cover a lot of the city really quick from a griffin. Like it said
yeah,
five. What's the distance on that thing?
500 feet.
500 feet at triggers.
Yep.
yeah. No, if you could, if you're mounted on, have a character mounted on a griffin, you could complete a citywide search in a couple of hours, as opposed to days.
Well, that sounds pretty efficient to me, eh, guys? What do you think?
Or it's like, I will do
Yeah.
it. Don't worry. I don't even need to ask. I will get on said griffin and search. No problem. I gotcha.
Ever flown a cat before?
Yes.
Now,
Hmm,
now the now the thing is, of course,
especially animal handling.
to set up anything, it will take some time. So, you basically now have two objectives that you can do um, for that. Would you like to put in the effort to make the arrangements for either of them or both?
I think, why not
Either
both?
talk
Yeah.
with the dead and the griffin. Is that what
Absolutely. It's just, both of those take a bit of time, right? Because even with Mert's connections, you can't just walk up and go, "Hey, I can't get on the back of this griffin here. Let's go for a ride."
Yeah. Police business. I need to commandeer this griffin.
But you're not a police anymore. So, but here, okay, but so that is so either one will take it. So how do you want to approach? We'll just say right now, since it's fresh in our minds, the griffin. Um, do the people that are part of the Order of the Gauntlet and Lord's Alliance, do you both want to attempt to see about making arrangements?
Who's the
Well,
Lord's
Lord's
Alliance
Alliance
again?
is West, I believe. So it would be. I guess it'll have to be Order of the Gauntlet for that
Wes
one.
is, well, who's
This
the
is the
Harper?
Harpers, I
Oh,
thought.
he's the Harper's, right?
No, that
So,
I'm Lords.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
So that is and the other Quillback is
Yeah,
Order of
on
the
the
Gauntlet,
gauntlet.
right? So do you both want to
Yeah.
reach out?
So are
Yeah,
we
let's do it.
both asking for griffins, or one asking for speak with the dead and one
No,
with
so I'm
griffins?
talking just right now for the Griffin. I mean,
Oh,
like I said, both of you have the ability, most likely, to speak. You know, to do it just because of they both have connections there.
Any
I'm assuming.
any
Yeah.
excuse I have to go see those folks, at the temple, I'm always happy to do that. I haven't got as much FaceTime with the bosses as I might have liked. I'll
see who
go
can get
plead
them
their case.
faster.
Do you wanna double down on this here?
Yeah, we'll double down, and then whoever's faster, we just cancel
Maybe
the other one.
maybe you can get like a hippogriff, and
Okay.
I get griffin. And
So let's. So both of you are going to. Okay, you'll put that into motion. Great. Um, then the speak with the dead option here. And so what are you guys going to do about that? Again, like I said, you can attempt two things. You can probably get, as I said, a priest to cast a spell for you. Now, that would be 25 GP for each casting of the spell. There's like two bodies there, so that's 50 GP for both. If you're doing, the questions, and that's 5 questions that can be asked per casting of the spell on the individual. So here, the two questions are basically: are you going to try and get one of your factions to do this for you, or are you going to hire the cleric yourself? And then I need to know what questions you're going to ask.
let's see if
What
we
about the
can
wig
not pay
guy?
for this.
Can the wig guy do this?
I think you can reanimate corpses, not so much speak to the dead.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
the issue.
the thing
Not
about
to
the clerics is they're gonna
mention
go in anyways,
the
right?
city watch, building there. You're not going to get him in there, right?
oh yeah.
By the time you get it, the investigation's over, the body's decayed enough.
Okay. Yeah, let's what do we see? Well, I mean, we'll pay if we have to. I think we need to at the very least talk to this gnome fellow, to find out where he was going, what he was holding, who was chasing him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the gnome would definitely be the first one to get more information on.
And then one of the guys with the guy with the long sword, right? He had the tattoo.
Well, there was two of them possibly that were sell swords. One definitely had a tattoo. So there's three. So you want to question the gnome and you want to question the two sell swords?
Or at least one of them, right?
At
Yeah,
least
one of them.
the one with the tattoo that we could see on his charred corpse.
Presumably they'd maybe have the same information if they were traveling together.
Okay. Questions. Think about it. Let's figure what questions are you going to ask them? Have them asked.
Who were you running from? Why are they chasing you?
Basically, what were you
No,
carrying?
well, think about it. You
Firstly,
want to ask very specific questions to get answers. You can't be, don't be too generalization. Think about, very logical ones there and stuff that, don't waste a question that, is already answered by another one. So let's just think about it.
It's true.
so firstly, what were you carrying? Just basically, because
Well,
there's something that was taken off his body, right?
More
So
you want to know
specifically,
what was stolen from
what,
him.
what
okay,
was
so he would be
carrying
able to
that
answer that. Yeah.
someone was trying to get?
Yeah.
Because he could be like, "Oh, I was carrying my lunch."
Okay, so what was stolen from you?
Who were you running from?
Yeah, why were you running, or who were you running from? Kind of situation.
Where were you going?
Okay.
So he was
Better
coming to
not be
see
going
us.
to us.
Well, he could have been. We've been doing some stuff in the city. It's not inconceivable that someone would try to come to us for some help.
Okay. So let's do the first question. Let's establish for him for the gnome. So what was the first question?
What
You
were
want to
you carrying that someone
What was
was
stolen?
trying to
What was
steal?
stolen? Yeah.
Well, because he's dead, he wouldn't know necessarily what
But
was
what were you
stolen.
carrying that somebody would wanted basically?
Mm-hmm.
They can also lie, right? With this, like if Like they don't have to tell the truth with these
It's like a
answers. I'm
genie, I
pretty
No,
think.
I think those are demons that don't have to, or devils that don't tell the truth. But I think a soul that's being compelled has to. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's just speak with the
That was my
dead.
understanding.
Okay, so you must do. Okay, the corpse is under no compulsion to offer truthful info if you're hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. The corpse can't lose new information or comprehend anything that's happened since it's died. It can't speculate about future events. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. Okay, so let's see. First question is, what were you carrying? That was so worth your life. Is what you're saying, right?
just chasing you.
Next question.
Who was chasing them? Or who were they running from? Whichever makes more sense.
Well, could we not find that out from talking to them when we do the speak with dead with them?
We have to get a cleric to do this speaking with the dead, and we have
You
to ask
mean-
questions.
Yeah, you
Well,
mean
the
asking to the
question-
other guys?
Yeah, because we're gonna ask them who you work for. I would assume, right?
Well,
So
okay.
maybe we don't
Okay,
need
but
to ask him
yeah,
and him speculate it.
because he can't necessarily speculate. Remember,
Yeah,
so you
exactly.
gotta ask him stuff that he know.
He might be like, I'm just
Or
running
knew
because
in his
there are
life.
people chasing me.
But he'd know who he was working for.
You want to ask him who he's working for? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely some follow-ups. I mean, if he,
Okay, who are you working
some
for?
of it depends on what the answer is to the first question. What were you carrying? Because
Could we do
it could also
both
be like, what
simultaneously?
does it do?
Yeah.
I think we have to tell him all the questions first.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Where was he going? Is it-
Yeah. Where was he heading?
And then you want to know why?
Yeah.
What is your favorite color? No.
And was
Blue. No.
what he was holding have any semblance to where he was heading? Like, are they related?
Hmm. It's too vague. It's
Yeah.
not good enough.
So we should have 5 now, right? So
No,
or
it's only there.
who does he work for?
No, you got it. What were you carrying?
Yeah.
There. Who were you working for? Where were you headed? Why were you heading there?
And what was he planning to do with it when he got there? Like, was he going to give it to someone? Was he going to detonate a fireball? I don't know.
What were you going to do? Well, that's covered under why, I think there.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so why would this be so valuable? Kind of situation. Is that
Why was
Is
that
why
with your
valuable?
life?
Okay, all right.
Well,
Why valuable? That's fair enough.
Maybe we'd find that out when we know what it is.
Okay,
because if
so,
he's like, oh, I had a map, we're like, okay, cool, but why is it so valuable? Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
all right. So now the one of the cell swords or whoever you ask, what are the questions you're going to ask that one?
Same.
Who?
Who do you work for?
Well, are we assuming that they're on opposite sides of this struggle? Have we
And
gleaned anything
Well, you
like
can
that?
ask that. You have no idea. You think that, remember, from what you knew, you've already been told, you believe that they were being pursued. Remember, the gnome was being pursued by 3 individuals. 2 are dead, 1 got away. Most from the witnesses got away with something from the gnome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, who do you work for? Start with.
Who,
Why? Yeah.
What are the names of your other chasers there?
Okay, names, that works.
So the people chasing. Okay.
Yeah. Who are the 3 guys? Like, I'm assuming
Yeah,
he's one
I
of
got
them.
that.
So who are the other 2?
Next one.
That's smart. Should we ask him if he works with an automaton? Are we thinking they were working together, mayhaps, or?
And that they were just collateral damage in the fireball. Is that? Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I didn't really want to assume that the
Yeah.
2 cell swords were necessarily with the gnome by default.
You already know the conjecture is they weren't.
They were not.
Yes.
Okay. So what? Yeah. Why were you chasing Nomi McGee?
Okay.
And
So why chasing the gnome?
who do you work for?
Hmm.
Should that be more specific? Because he might just say Zentrum or something.
No, you can hear.
Okay.
Maybe my brain's dead, but I don't really know what else to ask. I'm like, because as long as we
But,
know
well,
what the first
why-
one's doing, then we get.
Why did they want the item then? What were they planning to do with the item?
And
Okay.
where's
No,
the
that's good.
hideout?
Why?
Where's the hideout? We need to know where this.
Yeah.
We might not need the griffins after all.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. And why? Where hideout? Okay. All right. So we'll say a little time has passed, a couple days, we'll figure it out later. Um, able the next day get a to cast in. So for your first one in, spell on the gnome. Uh, want to know what he was carrying that was worth his life. And he says the stone of Grach. I'll spell that there for you.
Did we pay for this? Or
Oh yeah. So everybody kick in some gold.
I guess it's 50.
It's 50.
So
So the total is 50 gold.
Yeah, and let's say so 10 each. We'll say you tipped in
and each.
10 each, and you tipped in a tip for good service.
Okay.
What? No tip?
Wes's says 10 EP.
Oh,
I'll fix that. Yeah, my mistake. Uh, oh yeah, it's a stupid thing here.
It's
Sorry,
super easy to do.
it's an add-on, but I was doing the EP instead of the gold. There we go. Because it does all the math for you.
Yeah, it's handy.
All right, so where was it? So that's oh yeah, keep telling you what the name of the damn thing is.
the Stone of Galore is the item?
Yes, it's the item that it was there. Since you then asked, we'll skip down to the question, why is it so valuable? And he stole it from the lair of a beholder known as Xanthoth in a dungeon below the city. It is the key to finding a horde of dragons hidden in the city. Here
Yeah.
he refers to who does he work for? He works for first the Open Lord of Waterdeep, Lord November.
Wait a minute.
Never Ember?
Right. You've met his son. Remember that he's referring to. Clearly, this is a reference to the previous Open Lord who got kicked out, and who he must obviously think is still the Lord or the rightful Lord. You know, there's always a little disagreement.
So he's a loyalist to the Neverember
Well,
family
where
then.
was he headed? He was headed to a group of adventurers who he heard had rescued Lord November's son from the Zenthram and thought that the Stone of Cathar would be safe in their hands for the time being.
Oh my
Old
god.
Ja.
Who would he
That's where,
mean?
and that's why he was there. He was there on his way to deliver it to them, planning to come back and reclaim it after he had eluded his pursuers. I'd like to thank you guys. You got most of all the points that were to be made. Congratulations.
We should have opened a little earlier.
Yeah,
What was,
if
that was I have 4. What was? Did I miss one?
Well, you kind of blended in there all of them.
Okay.
It's the fact of
Okay.
where was
Okay.
he headed and why.
Yeah.
That should answer all.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, yeah.
right.
Now the cell stored, basically, who do they work for? Well, there's in from which you already knew. Specifically, he works for somebody called Urist. I'll show it there. Uristal Flexen. All right. That's him who he worked for, and that's who they were working. He is the person that was their boss. Said the three, basically the three of them. Yeah, the two of them worked for the third guy. Their names, they give them to you, they're meaningless.
Okay.
But the boss is really the one that you want. Who are they chasing? They say the gnome. They give you his name. Why they want the item? Because they said according to their boss, this would make them as rich as kings.
Mm.
Where's the hideout? Well, it resides at some place called the Grenhall Hud Valley. Vela, sorry. I cannot do pronunciations.
okay, neither can I in those fantasy things. Grow.
And well,
Rauhund Villa. A horde
Okay.
of dragons. This is a lot, guys.
Yeah.
yeah, we should take that. We could be rich.
We'd own this stinking town.
Well, you
hmm.
do seem to recall something when you guys did rescue the son,
I was gonna
and
say,
there was something there. You remember in your back of your mind, you could go back and ask him. I mean, I think
He
you
had
do recall talking to him
he was looking
before.
for a treasure, wasn't he?
Well,
Treasure that no one could find.
well, no,
Is that him?
no, the people that took him originally, or his friends, his friend, right? Because they thought he was him, was for a treasure, right?
yeah, they were looking for this exact thing. I think, if I remember correctly, the stone or something that would lead them to the treasure. So they took the pretty boy instead by accident. So we should go pay him a visit first, because he might know a bit more now. Mayhaps he would have informed himself.
I wish we would have
And
asked where the stone. Well, I guess we wouldn't have known it was
Yeah,
stolen.
we wouldn't have
but
known.
Know where it was stolen from.
From the
also,
gnome.
Yeah, but where'd the gnomes get it from?
You got it from
He
Xanathar.
stole it from Zentrum. Or
He already told
Oh,
you.
he stole it from Xanathar. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
to the same point, we could possibly ask
Your
our
old
friend,
buddy
good friend
Xanathar.
Mert.
Wait,
Yeah.
was that part of the treasure on the table that we never touched that one
Oh
time?
hell no, no,
Okay.
hell.
Could you imagine? This might be a
You
good
guys
chance
could
to
still
talk
be
to.
fighting off the Thieves Guild members at this point.
Yeah,
You
we
would,
might.
All right.
The Volo
and
might be
you
a good
wouldn't made it
source.
past level 1.
Yeah.
I'm a little more concerned about dragons hidden in the city.
Yeah, that's kind of
What,
crazy.
Dragons is the form of gold, is the name for gold pieces in
Horde
Waterdeep.
of dragons. Those
Remember,
riddleistic buggers.
I don't know. Anything with dragons, I take literal.
gold, dude, it's these things.
And yeah, to the same point, we might want to talk to either Volo or Mert, as they've been in the city forever, and they might know a bit more about this legend. Because I know someone referred to it at some point.
I'm looking at my diary.
I think it was Volo that had mentioned it actually originally a long time ago when we started.
Yeah, Rainier, never remember. That's who we could talk to, eh?
Absolutely.
That's a Sonya. Might have to pay Rainer a visit.
And yeah, if you decide to do that, uh,
With Floon, his buddy Floon.
by
Right.
coincidence,
Works
um,
best.
that same day after you get the reports, we really should make it. You're gonna talk to Wes about seeing if you can, make the guess who drops by, uh, for a visit and a pint.
Oh, okay.
Rainer, how's it going?
Gentlemen, I hear you had a brush. What's happening? Anyway, I'm here. Get something to eat. You're your chef that you hired.
Well, we'll just make
Excellent
Wes
hire.
do it.
Do you
Um,
need some fish and chips? Is that what we're doing here? Steam mussels? What are we talking about?
fish and chips sounds
Boom.
great. I'll take an order and a
You're the
pint.
best.
Coming right up. Coming right up.
Have a
Uh,
seat over here.
So,
Specifically.
how's it going, gentlemen?
Pretty
Well,
good.
funny,
Can't complain.
funny you're here. We kind of just tell them kind of what happened and say, "Did you give them our name? Is that how they found out about
Well,
this?"
no, as you guys are now, yeah, the word's gone out. This is even though it's a large town, news and gossip don't stay. Unfortunately, my name still carries at least some value in the old gossip circuit. And he goes, when the lords of Waterdeep ousted my father, I thought his long dark shadow was gone for good. But the truth is, I want nothing to do with him. But his spies hound me. One of them, a gnome named Drekelich, has been watching me for months. The name strikes you very familiar, as that's the one that you're told. Then about 10 days ago, the spy suddenly out of was nowhere to be found. My father does not trust many people, but he trusts that gnome. I've spoken to a few of his friends. Apparently, he was on a special mission to retrieve something called the Stone of Gahara, and was afraid that the Zentrum and the Xanathar Guild were close to catching him. When he heard of my kidnapping, he wanted more information about the adventurers who rescued me. I think Durham was planning to pay you a visit to deliver the stone of Gahara to my father in Neverwinter.
Funny you should say that.
Hmm.
We kind of found out the same thing. We had woke up to a little fireball situation. Might still smell a little crispy outside. I'm not sure. We maybe just be nose blind to the whole thing, but
Didn't really ask about the fireball though.
well, it's kind of moot. Maybe I don't know.
The fireball
Gentlemen.
was from the necklace, right?
Yeah,
Well,
it's well established at this point, guys.
Okay.
but is it? Are are they in cahoots with the fireballer?
Well, that's kind of the last thing we have to
Yes,
pretty
we
much
have to
figure
figure
out for
out.
now, because he's the one that would have probably what we're looking for, or this other Xanthareme that survived. We have to figure out which one does.
Do
Why?
you
Do you know why he was following you? Why was he spying
Daddy,
on
can
you?
I go take a long rest?
Yep.
okay?
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Um,
Do you guys tell him about any of this other information that you found?
I mean, we have no reason not to trust him, right? So
Okay.
Yeah, tell him
Um.
everything.
Okay. When you tell him about the man fleeing the
Can
alley
we
and
just point of order? Can we do this after hours so that there's not
yeah, as
yeah,
everyone's just walking around
random
listening.
sure.
NPCs?
Well, or you could take it up to your own apartment. Remember, you got that
That's true. We've
area.
got
Oh,
the
we got
library
the
or whatever.
Just you'll have the waiter or waitress will bring
Room
up the food
service.
for you. Yeah, basically
West.
pays off. um,
This is still passed out on the floor.
yeah, no problem. And he'll take some of the for Wes for you and say, yeah, I'll just really get some of the Harpers there for you to find out some of the information. He takes the name and stuff. He says, yeah, because if it's part of the Black Network, the Harpers would definitely be keeping an eye and see what see what we can find out for you. Um, and he goes on. The next day, early, he gives you guys some information. The man that Flora saw definitely matches the description of Eurostal.
Okay.
So you can confirm that. And Eurostal is a suspected member of the Black Network, though with your guys' information, that's pretty much confirmed at this point. Apparently, another North Ward resident saw him entering that villa you got from one of the deceased South Swords shortly after the fireball incident. Um, the resident had reported him to the City Watch because he looked suspicious. 2 City Watch constables have spoken to the Lord, Grelhill Hun, but he has assured them that no one has broken into the estate and that everything is fine. The constables, having no grounds for a search warrant, did not pursue the matter.
Hmm.
So, also this day, if you guys wanted, I will rule that that your connections have come through, and you can do, possibly use a griffin to do the search for the
name
areas.
thing. Yeah, sounds good. And just possibly float around Gralhund Villa to see if there's any special pinging from our Susian device there.
So what happens is that they make, both of them make suggestions and give you a recommendation. That there's a young griffin being called Bone Snapper being trained to serve as a mount in the Griffin Cavalry. The trainer is outside the river gate that morning, shortly after dawn, and you'll be able to meet with it. Normally, they'd be in the Peakstill Airy on top of
The mountain, yeah.
but
Water deep.
that's not necessarily what people will do. There, so that's why you're meeting outside. Now, so one of you is going to need to sort of ride the griffin. That's going to take a animal handling check to gain the trust. Who here
with the
wants to make a
trainer?
roll?
I have
Sorry?
+1.
Mine's the best, but I kind of want Mark to do it.
Yeah, me too.
+3.
So
Not out of badness. I want you to do it.
Yeah, so one night after we decided we were gonna try to charter a griffin to do that, Murd got into his cups and started talking about how when he was a kid and first joined the City Watch, his dream was to be a griffin rider. But turns out he just didn't have the grades for it or whatnot and didn't make it in. So now he's super excited. But he will most likely die if he does go onto the griffin. Let's just be honest here. So
Oh, geez. Sorry, I'm just reading ahead the notes, and I forgot about this. And so fitting, considering today, as the news broke, anybody remember one of those iconic roles of Sean Connery that was not Bond?
Yes.
which one?
Indiana Jones.
The Rock?
Dad.
No, even more iconic and just more on the weird ass scale.
Oh, you mean his crazy bikini photo with the long hair? Yeah. I forget.
There's a
I forget
character named after that in here.
I
Awesome.
know.
Awesome. Rip.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sad day.
okay, so you want to try your animal handling, please.
So again, I think that's a thing. But if someone wants to do
want
better
solo
animal
adventure?
handling,
Can I
wanna
give him
give him some
a help
pointers?
action?
Yeah.
Maybe help soothe the animal, walk up.
Sure.
speak to animals to be like, he's fine. He's really well-meaning. I promise.
Okay,
friend, he's a
sure.
friend.
Why not? I'll give you to you with advantage.
Oh Lord. All right. Advantage, animal handling. Let's see here. Oh, thank Jesus.
Oh.
That's enough because you need actually a 16 in order to get the animal to trust you.
Oh gosh.
So you want to do a search of the city. Whereabouts are you going to do that?
Well, obviously, just start with
North
like
Ward.
the North Ward, and then kind of do just a circle of like the poor places where we know to organize crime
Well,
usually
if
to
you
hang out.
decide to do the North Ward, the the
Don't forget the
villa,
thing.
yeah, does go off
Just throw it.
there.
Yeah.
Are you going to continue your search for in the city, or are you just, now that you've seen the North Ward, are you going to try anywhere else?
Because he said
Well, so
we could
I need a
talk
map.
about this before. Because he said it's just any nimble right
any
other than
yeah, any
him.
nibble, right? Yeah.
So it'd
So
probably
that's why
be
we kind of have
prudent
to do the whole city. Yeah.
Okay. It does go off elsewhere once you get in the Dock Ward.
Okay.
It swirls to and comes to life when you're in range of a couple ships in port.
Okay. So a couple of ships that I like mark geolocate in my brain their locations or like their masts or something,
Well, they're
just to know
kind of
which ones I'm talking
familiar. Do
about.
you guys remember that Sea Maiden Fair that you guys visited?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, if you had to guess, you think you're getting a ping off of each one of the ships that are there. There's the galleons, the Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser, which are docked. The flagship, the Eye Catcher, is anchored in the harbor.
And so we get one
And
from
by
each
the
of
way,
those.
the
Yeah.
owner of that is Zardon Zord.
That is the fair leaving? Is this the
Awesome.
fair leaving?
No,
Ships?
that's how it's been.
Oh.
Okay. And then you said and also got a pin in the North Ward. Would that have been about around Gralhun Villa or?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So you basically have two major locations here. One that you were, both that you're familiar with
Hmm.
at this point for different reasons. Okay.
Mhm.
So what are you going to do at this point? You have this information.
Imagine it is going. Wee.
Yeah, so like the Griffin lands back, and I meet with you guys, and like there's a tear coming down my eyes, like this best day of my life. Only vomited twice. It's not bad. And yeah, so I tell, yeah, exactly. The Griffin is so dirty. We have to pay extra to clean it. Yeah, so I tell them basically I got two pings, one around the villa and one around the Sea Maiden's Fair. So I'm assuming because we saw there was tons of curios and all that kind of stuff around the fair, that they would just have those kinds of things standard, and that obviously it's way more suspicious for the villa, but it's always best to cover all your tracks. So do you want to start with the more obvious not responsible and then go to the responsible, or do the other way around?
If we cross the ships off and say they're good, then we can go ahead and accuse them, right?
Right. We just gotta. These are show folk, gypsies, if you will. So we gotta be sure that we got all our ducks in the line before we start asking questions over there, because they're just gonna brush us off.
Do we know anything else about Erstal? Does he have like, an alter ego where he's like a shopkeeper during the day or like on city council or something? And
No,
or
this
he's
is
just
guys.
straight up an underground boss.
Yeah,
He's
probably.
a criminal, yeah.
Okay, all right. Just wonder if he'd popped up.
He's somebody, but he's a nobody type of deal.
Okay. Out of the ships, it seems I mean, all the information we have so far points towards this villa. The ship is new. We have
Well, I'll tell
nothing
you
else
what,
is.
it's getting a little late. Why don't you talk amongst yourselves and have 2 weeks? Hope within a couple days, come up. Let me know so I have an idea of where I'm going next time, and we'll pick it up from there.
Cool. Sounds good to me. I mean, I'm leaning towards the villa first, anyways, because I think what
Yes.
we're looking for is going to be there.
Mhm.
But the ships
Um,
might be fun adventure.
Yes, and
I'm
just so that Quillback is happy, yes, once we're finished this chapter, you're probably going to be level 4.
Oh! Sorry. I'm so
Gonna
excited.
There's many things that make Quillback happy, so I was curious. So, guys, I do have an idea. It's a crazy idea, but I'm wondering if there's any way that Dragonborn at the temple would let us use that parachute backpack. We could like covert ops into the villa. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I could just go shell mode. Be no big deal to just land on the roof or whatever.
As you plummet through the roof.
Or the
You know,
backyard, whatever.
we have a roof companion maybe who we could
A
use.
roof
I don't know if
companion.
they'll let him out.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy.
another nimble right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another question just about the villa.
Hmm.
It's in the North Ward.
That is
Uh,
correct.
it's landlocked, right? It's not water view or
I don't
anything.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be landlocked. There, I got a map of it here.
We'd have to do a recce and stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I think this is either trees or it's got a little pond, but it's pretty much landlocked.
Okay.
And actually, in fact, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It is, a little bit of a compound built there type deal, as any semi-noble with a bit of cash would have, right? So,
If we could arrange some kind of meeting with him, we could not have to covertly get in there.
Well, there's this thing keeps happening where people keep wanting to invite me to their parties for me to just tell stories, you know? So that's happened a few times since I've been in town.
Since
It
you
could
got
be
the
your
wig,
entourage.
Yeah.
since you got the wig, I mean, it's not surprising.
Right? That's true. That's true. That's true.
It's such glorious locks.
It's so beautiful.
I mean, I
well,
think we're leaning towards the villa at this point.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
then think about again how your approach is going to be, because that will determine, either way the direction you're going there. Just figure out what is uh, is going to happen. Will be
So we'd want to strike fast. How much dynamite do you think we could get our hands on in the in the next couple days?
A lot.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
I have a
Very cool.
follow-up question, Sean.
Certainly.
A while ago, we made a deal with our liquor producer or
Yes.
whatever, and he was going to try to get Tej from Chalt. I suppose it hasn't been that long since we had that conversation.
I will double
Probably a
check
couple
the
weeks.
the calendar and see about how long it's been that you're open. But I would say you're looking at um, 3 to 4 weeks. Trying to think. So we'll say that it takes about 6 weeks before if it comes through, it will come through.
Okay, all right.
And I'll double check to see how much time it's had. So that's because it give the travel time between Chult and Waterdeep, plus just making the connections.
Yep. All right.
Any other questions before we call it a night?
No,
That's
I
good.
think we're good. This will be,
Thanks
I'm
for doing
assuming,
this
a
show.
shit show. But yeah, thanks for.
Yeah.
Thanks for I think whatever we do,
No,
it's
you
gonna end up
did
the
want to
same.
get
Let's be
onto
honest.
the heist. I think it's a
Oh
bit of
yeah.
a misnomer. From what I've been reading here, is that the heist already sort of happened, and you're more investigating what's going on. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I also have to. This is the part where I have to now determine who the big bad is.
Sweet.
Get it
Cool.
It's
locked
gonna
in.
be the other liquor, the other bar tender that's like trying to screw us over. You're gonna come
It's
back out of
Rainer.
nowhere.
Yeah. So again, hopefully I will finally get around to the finishing the summaries that will have all the magic items that would be there for you guys. And if I can just double check something, I will have to do. Sorry, where are you?
Oh yeah, I have way back in session 4. I have a note about this stone, Stone of Golar. Yeah, they kidnapped Rainier. The Xanathar's good because they were looking for it. Got it. All right there in my journal.
We've been slacking.
I keep all of my like campaigns in the same book, so I'm like flipping through through sessions trying to find the right one.
That's got to be a little.
A little tough.
Of
For
course
the
I
really
don't.
important thing, I've got a sticky note.
There's one sticky note.
There's one sticky note.
You just move it around.
Oh, I gotta find it again. Oh, but I came up with the magic item that is for coolback, as you said. That it's a pipe that you smoke it, smoke screen.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was debating. I can do that either that or your. I figured at some point you do that and then you just casually sneak it into your brazier.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Cool.
Down for that for sure.
Okay.
Very cool.
All right. Like I said, I'm again fighting at levels of exhaustion, so we'll see you guys in hopefully 2 weeks, provided that my employer doesn't drive me up the wall again. I am dreading the fact now that I'm going to get offline because I have to check my email because it is 2 hours before we go to cut off to our new contract, and I'm fully expecting somebody to tell me, I'm not coming in tonight.
Yep.
Eesh. I hope not.
So we are still, by the way, if you know anybody that is looking for work in an L1 service desk, we are looking desperately for bilingual individuals, especially those that can pass police background checks. We have also because of, let me stop the recording here.